There are still unanswered questions about whether Officer Jeremy Deer turned on his camera before he shot and killed a young woman who he claims pointed a gun at him.
Now we've learned he has been caught not turning his lapel camera on before, at least twice. And he's been on APD's watch list because so many of his arrests end in violence. News 13's Lizzie Mitri is live at APD headquarters. Lizzie?
Jessica, News 13 has APD records that show Officer Jeremy Deer has been flagged for use of force at least 11 times over the past 2 years.
No!
Lapel video from Officer Jeremy Deer's partner from January of last year shows pieces of what happened after the two broke up a fight downtown. Deer's camera was not on. A police report says a 22-year-old suspect was trying to hit Deer, so Deer punched him in the face several times and had his hand on his throat. Later in the ambulance with Deer, the suspect starts yelling in fear.
Let him leave, please.
Once they take your cuff off, put your hands on top of your head, all right, man?
Okay, I will do that. Just don't let him touch me.
Deer's partner said his lapel was running when he saw the fight and that it must have turned off or malfunctioned during the struggle. But video APD gave News 13 only shows the aftermath in short clips with parts missing in between.
At this time, we have no video of the shooting.
Chief Gordon Eden announced more than 2 weeks ago there was no video from Officer Deer's lapel camera when he shot and killed a suspected truck thief, 19-year-old Mary Hawks. They're trying to figure out if Deer turned it on like he said he did or if it malfunctioned.
That's information we don't know. That's why we sent it to the experts.
News 13 obtained APD records on Deer's past. While the department redacted a lot of it, they do show a month after that downtown skirmish where Deer didn't have lapel video, he was reprimanded for another use of force incident for not turning his camera on. We tried to obtain the police report for the details on that, but the APD's records unit said it was gone. Last June, a memo confirms APD reminded Deer to record all interactions with the public, and a sergeant was told to show up on Officer Deer's calls. But despite being flagged for a string of use of force cases and citizen complaints, a commander says in a letter from December there are no issues of concern with Deer. APD says Taser, the company that makes its lapel cameras, is still trying to figure out if Deer turned his camera on before shooting Mary Hawks. Of course, the DOJ report criticized APD for taking it too easy on officers who showed a pattern of not turning their cameras on. Back to you.
Okay, Lizzie. We wanted APD to give you an explanation for its handling of Officer Deer. They declined to give you one. Officer Deer has ties to two major themes in the DOJ report. 6 of his 11 use of force incidents over the past 2 years involved tasers, something the feds say APD officers use unnecessarily and too often. And the feds criticized a deadly shooting that Deer witnessed. In a lawsuit over that shooting, Deer was caught changing his story.